The horse out, hands and heels, terrific ride.
153, Tony Vassell, what a run he's having. I think this horse might be going to the Perth Cup, Peter Donegan, but boy, is he in good form.
Well, we'll certainly find out about that, Bruce, because Tony Vassell is with me, and that was a real gutsy staying effort.
Yeah, he's a real tough horse, Asman. Look, he's always shown a great deal of promise, but we've had so many troubles with him. Wide barriers, wet tracks, and a few injuries along the way, but finally patience is paying off, and the horse is finally delivering what he always showed that he had, and he's a real mad stayer. It's just almost a touch of sadness now he wasn't in the Melbourne Cup, but honestly, when he came back into training, you know, I reckon I would have been locked up if I'd had anything for the Melbourne Cup, but I sort of regret it now the way he stayed then. But look, I suppose the standard of horse in that race was certainly inferior to the Melbourne Cup, but who knows, maybe next year.
Just quickly, Bruce mentioned the Perth Cup. Any chance?
Oh, look, we'll look at that. We'll think about it, but yeah, we'll just let the dust settle. It's a fair way away still.
Yeah, and it's been a fair couple of days for AJ Vassell. Well done, mate.
Has it ever?
Handle any type of track?
Here's the winning rider with John Letts, Karen McAvoy.
Oh, and what a way to start Melbourne Cup Day too, boys, with Karen winning on Zasman. Karen, a good effort, barrier 17 and then the top weight. And gee, when Bondi got to you, what did you think?
Well, about the 300, I knew Damien was coming. I could see his horse's grey head, and I thought, here's this bloke again. But to this horse's credit, he outstayed him in the last fight, furlong, and it's a good effort by Tony Vassell.
Well, you owed Damien one from the Derby, didn't you?
That's right.
But
I was going to yell at you with a furlong, come on, give us battlers a chance.
But this horse the boys were talking about it, Tony said might even be a Perth Cup chance.
Yeah, that's where he's headed, I think. So, you know, he's a beautiful horse to ride. He relaxes well, and you know, he's coming with this preparation, and that'll be a nice race from him in Perth.
Yeah, congratulations, Kieran.
Thanks, John.
So Kieran on Distinctly Secret later in the day, and Damien on Mr. Prudent. Geelong Cup's worked out pretty well. Media Puzzle won the Geelong Cup last year and won the Cup. This horse has won the Geelong Cup and won this race. She's Archie and Turmeric were placed behind this horse at Geelong. That franks the form. I mean, if you fancy them in the Cup today, then go ahead and back them, because this horse has run right up to his good form.
Whacking She's Archie in your multiples, it's a great roughie, Bruce.
Yep. So both those horses were placed behind Zasman. Gee, this horse has found great form. He won at Flemington 3 starts back now by 6 lengths. He went to Geelong and won. And today, I thought it was a beautiful ride because we all expected Kieran to lead. He was happy to take the trail. And then with this long Flemington straight, he just kept something up his sleeve for the desperate last 100 metres.
You're right, Bruce, and you have a look at the two horses. Zasman's just a lot taller and bigger and inferior when it comes to staying, so he's a lovely type. I like what Karen McAvoy said after the race. Geez, he relaxes well. You might see him back here next year for the Cup, Melbourne Cup.
Mark him down. Zasman, the winner of the Lavazza Long Black. And this Cup's all about, today, all about great race horses, the punt, glitz and glamour. And speaking of glamour, here's Shelley Craft.
Jen, you're rocking up. You ready for a big day?
I am. I'm just about to be on in 10 minutes, so I'm just in a rush to dash in for Maya Fashions on the field.
And what is your fashion today? And then we'll let you go.
Well, I'm feeling like a bit of an Alice in Wonderland, but, you know, I'm just having a bit of fun, having a play. Beautiful day. Melbourne's gorgeous. Don't we love Flemington?
Kathy, you're looking absolutely stunning. Ready for a day at the track?
I am. I mean, I'll place a bet on at least the main race, but a friend's horse is running in the last race, so we're all after, so.
You've got to have some money on that.
What a beautiful day, though.
It is a glorious day. It's about time you all arrived. You look sensational. Well done. Cassie, do you feel pretty today?
You're beautiful, very beautiful.
Sarah, what are you wearing?
Seduce and Elizabeth Hurst Millinery for the hat.
Very nice. And Alicia, very Jessica Rabbit. That's good.
Thank you. This is a dress by Morrissey and I'm loving it.
And happy with the hat?
Oh, the hat is stunning. It's great.
Hayley, pink is your colour, my darling.
Oh, I'm a bit of a pink girl this season, aren't I? I do like this dress and my fascinator, yes. Very happy with it.
Very gorgeous. And Emma on there, and I'll come over this side. You're so tall. And with the extra bit, that's divine.
I know, I feel about 6'2".
You ready for a big day?
Yes, and I've got my gorgeous outfit from Alana Hill.
Is it tough deciding what to wear this morning?
Look, I got this in LA, had it in the cupboard for a couple of months, so I was set for once.
So you've been psyching up for Melbourne Cup Day for months?
I have. I've had it all prepared, but I was just worried about the warm factor, but I think we're going to pull through. How are you?
I'm really well. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
I will. See you, Shelley. Bye.
She's gorgeous.
Like no other, flawless, absolutely flawless.
To get the
perfect face, you need the perfect foundation. And to tell us all about that is international stylist and makeup artist to the stars, Matt Sara. Where do we start?
Shelley, second to moisturising, foundation is exactly that. It lays the foundation of the face. So we need to start with matching your perfect colour. Very quickly, just under the chin, we'll see if it's a perfect match. And with Alicia here, I'm going to go with the golden beige. And it's an easy application with a brush of actually from inside to the out, working around the eyes and up around the forehead, under the chin, and always blending away from the face so as not to create any smudges or creases.
And Matt, you always finish off with a loose powder.
Definitely, translucent powder, because it just helps set and finish off the foundation work.
And Alicia, you're ready for your eyes.
Beautiful.
Correct weight after the Lavazza Long Black. Weight is right. The dividends here, Zasmin at $4.80 and $2. Bondi $1.40. Karatzi, what a great old horse. He's been hurdling of late and he ran fourth in a Melbourne Cup. $3.90 started his career in England. $6.70 the Quinella, trifecta $184.10 and the Exacta $18.50. It was a short neck by 3 1/4 and the time 2:57.4 as we join Jim Wilson for the presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, a winning Quinella for trainer Tony Vasil in the Lavazza Long Black. Assisting in our presentation is committee member Mr Doug Reid from the Victoria Racing Club and the general manager of Lavazza, Mr Michael Hart, to say a few words.
VRC Chairman, VRC Committee, ladies and gentlemen, buongiorno. On behalf of Lavazza and its distributor Valcorp Fine Foods, I'm delighted to present the Lavazza Long Black Trophy to the connections of Zasman, Rod Lyons. Like the Melbourne Cup, Lavazza has a long and proud history dating back to the last century. In fact, in 1894, when our founder Luigi Lavazza first began roasting coffee in a tiny grocery shop in northern Italy, the Melbourne Cup, won by New Haven, was already 35 years old. And no doubt it would have been difficult to find a coffee here at Flemington or anywhere in the British colony of Victoria. How times change. Today we are fortunate that many Italians have made Australia their home, bringing with them, amongst many things, a rich culture, a great sense of style, magnificent food, and of course, great coffee, all of which we will see here in abundance today at Flemington. But while some things have changed, others remain the same. The Melbourne Cup is still the race that stops the nation, and Lavazza is still Italy's favourite coffee. Lavazza and Valcorp Fine Foods are proud to be a part of this great day and again congratulate the connections of Zasman on a fine performance in winning the 2003 Lavazza Long Black. Thank you and buona giornata a tutti. Have a great day.
I'm joined by Ken Callender, who will have a great day yet again today. Ken, you've been coming to the Melbourne Cup for a while. What was your first?
As a very young man, Bruce, I saw Galilee win. And I know that when you're a kid, great memories stay with you. I don't think I've seen a better winner.
No, you got Sport early. He's just about my favourite, but there's been some beauties over the years, including Might and Power. That would have stirred you a bit.
Yeah, I think that's the best cup I've seen. I saw Galilee win, then I sort of had a break till the late 70s when R won, Belldale Ball, Hope Purno, and then I've pretty well seen them all, bar I never saw Kiwi win. But Might and Power, the way he kept fighting back, well, courage.
You also, the Daily Telegraph, man, there's a lot of good stories today. It's just hard to know which is the best one to write tomorrow, but you know you're going to get one for sure, don't you?
I wonder when the Mummify story is going to finish.
Oh, boy. Well, we had Danny in right where you were sitting a little bit earlier. So much to look forward to today, Ken. It's just a wonderful day, as you so well know. Go Ziggy, you know her better than us. Has she got a chance here?
She certainly has got a chance. She's trained by a very good trainer, a young New Zealander called Chris Waller, who finished in the top 5 in the Sydney Premiership last year. And Beedman knows the mare. He'll get her right back early. It's the only way to ride the horse is to get her back out of the out of the race and let her charge home, and she'll do that.
Well, she's $8 there, Ken. And you can see Genio, who's owned by Jason Dunstall and the Big Dipper, $12.30. Devonshire, $17. Homecoming Queen's been a bit disappointing this time in. She looked a real classic filly as a youngster. Tenacious Spirit's got a bad draw, but she's got winning form, but she's a bit skinny, I think.
Yeah, I thought she'd be better odds. I've tipped her, Bruce. She will get back. She's got to get back from the alley, you'd think. But, gee, I thought her last win was good.
I've had a really big tip for this last Siri News.
She seems fair value.
At $13.90. Pat Welsh, Tenacious Spirit short there. Ken's just about to get his mobile that went off a moment ago. It's got a tip, I reckon. Paddy, help us out.
Well, if it's for Lasura News, you're getting big value on the tote at the moment. But I can tell you, if you throw the dart at the dartboard and try and pick the winner of this one, you'll get plenty of value. Starting up here with Go Ziggy has been a touch easy. I'm taking Go Ziggy out of point. Bella Vici has been easy as well, but virtually unwanted at this stage. We go all the way down at Jason's. You're getting a little bit of value on the tote with Jason's. It's been solid in the betting at this stage, Agegno. Tenacious Spirit is also very easy as well. Out almost 3/4 of a point. So the punters don't really know where they're going, but the one that has had a move for it is Lasura News. Muscadet is a scratching, by the way, but Lasura News is in around about, well, I'd say 1.5 points for Lasura News at the moment. So that's the one they seem to be coming for at this early stage, but real tough race, this one. On the Melbourne Cup at this stage, not a lot of business being done. Still Maccabee Diva holds sway over Frightening. Mamul, I'm just noticing a trickle of money for the imported horse for Mamul.
So the Godolphin horse being back. Babes Arias for Peter. Gee, Dr. Turk's gone for Lasura News. It is shortening up, and Ken has gone for Tenacious Spirit.
I think a big thing with Lasura News, Bruce, is that she drew so deep last start, and that was a hindrance. She's got the right alley today.
And Argenio, who would have been, I think, well in the market, but she's drawn the outside. It's a bit of a tough call from the 1700.
Yeah, bad barrier.
No doubt about that. Well, speaking of Argenio, as we've told you, the Big Dipper and Jason Dunstall are part owners, but you watch Jason keep a straight face here.
I'm standing here with Emma and Matt, one of the 4 Tui's New paparazzi teams that are on a real mission throughout the Melbourne Cup Carnival. Now, they'll be roaming the course, covering as much ground as possible, basically just taking a fun selection of photos. All you have to do to qualify is A, be having fun, and B, have a can of Tui's New in your hand. Now, at the end of the day, the best 6 photos will be displayed on the big screen here at Flemington for all to see, and each of those 6 photos comes with a $1,000 cash prize today. Of course, if you're lucky enough to get snapped throughout the course of the day, from tomorrow onwards, you can simply jump onto the Tui's New website and download your photo. That's tuisnew.com.au.
Time now for a bit more fun on the 7 Network marquee with the Lavazza Celebrity Tip. So I have with me the guru of aerial skiing, Jackie Cooper. Lovely to see you, Jack.
Thanks, Joe. Glad to be here.
And also a man who works on just about every 7 Network program, including Great Outdoors, Room for Improvement, and soon to be seen on Great Summer Ideas, Tommy Williams. Now, the pressure is on, guys. Lavazza has very generously donated us $100 on the nose in 2 races. That's each. Today, all the money going to, as mentioned, kids from Camp Quality. We have a bit more money to spend in Cup Day, but obviously, putting it on the nose, we either win big or we lose big. Now, we would prefer the first option. So your tips for race number 3, Jackie?
I'm going to go with number 9, Magic Tumbler.
Any reason?
The name sounds good.
There'll be tumblers of drink in here later today. What about you, Tommy?
Mild rowing coach Laurie Murphy says number 6, Devonshire.
Don't you love that? The way that Tommy actually palms it off so that if he doesn't win, it's not actually his tip. Well, I'm going for number 12, Babe Zaharia. So that's race 3 here at Flemington. And we'll be back here to update the celebrity Lavazza tips not too far away.
In good form on Saturday. Let's hope they can continue that today. So many storylines with this Tui's New Melbourne Cup. One of them surrounds Mr. Prudent. If he wins today, the 9-year-old becomes the oldest horse ever. And what about his trainer, 86-year-old George Hanlon, who's already won the great race on 3 occasions?
The traditional Cup Eve parade when the city stops for the Melbourne Cup. And as always, the star of the show is this fella, 30-year-old Arwan, the oldest surviving Melbourne Cup winner. His old-time trainer, George Hanlon, has the only 9-year-old in the Cup, Mr. Prudent, and they train a long, long way from the big smoke.
But I'm poking around all day, always poking around the place. I enjoy it. And the horses get to know me too. But out here, I work them around and on the up and down the hills. I just cut across. You know, while he's galloping or working, I head him off.
The training of racehorses these days is a science. George Hanlon does not belong to these days. His 9-year-old Mr. Prudent pokes about on George's old spud paddocks. He trots here, he canters there.
Just poke around and just loosen him up a little. Yeah.
We've come to film a legend on the eve of another Melbourne Cup. We hadn't actually expected to have to decide how and where the horse works.
Which way did you want to go?
Does it matter to the horse?
No, he'll poke around. He's used to poking around here on the property.
Yeah.
He's used to it, yeah. He'll want to...
You've done a bit of poking around with these horses, haven't you?
Yeah. I've been at it a fair while.
60 years he's been a trainer, as cagey as they come. Won 3 Melbourne Cups and puts his success down to one magical quality.
Patience, yes. Patience is a great thing.
How old are you?
Me, I've run out of counting. I can only count up to about 70, 75, but I'm older. I was born in 1917.
George really has the fountain of youth. His old warhorse Arwan is 30. In human terms, older than George.
Look at that, that's very good. I'm always glad to see him. We've kept his age well, and he still eats a good feed, and always looking for his tucker. Couldn't be more pleased with him.
And this is his last resting place?
This will be his last place, yeah. Yep. We'll look after him until he passes out.
George is a tough old blighter. When he took a fall at the Caulfield Cup, a scary moment for folks his age, the ambulance men wanted to cart him away. But George treated himself to a victory. Diatribe in front of Pravda. Diatribe! George has won it at last.
There's nothing cures an injury quicker than a winner.
I bet you didn't feel any pain.
No, not after it won.
George keeps a 24-hour watch on his horses. If he sees them mucking about, he sends them out for more work. And you could eat your lunch off his stable floor.
See, there's our loose one. There's our chart.
George, have you always been this tidy?
Always. Every day. Well, what have I done here? Oh, it's a bag.
Jeez, now you've got a mess, George.
No, well, don't worry. I've got no one to growl at.
Do you like things nice and tidy?
Do I? Yeah. Everything's got to be right.
Well, you better go and sweep up where you made that mess, George.
Yes. If I win a big race, I'll buy a new broom, see? And I won't get, I'll buy a new one.
George is a patient man. But out on the paddocks, track rider Peter Lawler is still waiting for what exactly he's supposed to do. And sometimes you wonder if Mr. Prudence should just organise his own track work.
Try around, and I think we'll let him canter a couple then, eh? He's got a fair idea what I want, how I want to work him.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd hope so, my word. He'll hear plenty about it if he doesn't.
Yeah.
Where is he?
He's just poking about up there.
I like it here. I'm happy.
George, you're 86.
Yeah.
Do you have to retire one day?
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to keep going till I'm 100. Not making any predicaments when I'm going to peter out. But I'll keep going for as long as I can.
Because you know where most blokes are that are your age?
Yes, I know where they are. Just let him walk around. Just turn around the other way. Oh, you done well on him. He done what I wanted him to do.
He poked about to orders.
That's right.
George, if you become the oldest trainer to win the Melbourne Cup and make history, would that be important?
If I could win the Melbourne Cup, I'd get enough enjoyment out of winning, not worrying about history. I don't think making history is as important as getting the result, the results of the things.
You like to win?
I like to win, yeah. I don't like getting beat. I'm a good sport, but I don't like getting beat.
Mr. Pruden today. Well, good luck to George. A lifetime of learning, George Hanlon continuing. Jim McGrath joins us. Jim, an Australian from Melbourne, is calling the race for a 10th consecutive year on the BBC. He's also the Daily Telegraph correspondent, just like you are, Ken, but it's the English Daily Telegraph. Jim, great to have you. As we often do in this room on this very day, 5 runners this year from overseas. The enthusiasm still there for the Cup?
I think the enthusiasm is there. It's changed over the years. There's been a few that have got a little bit disheartened and a bit discouraged, because it is a mystery exactly what you need to find the right horse. But no, good representation this year.
Well, 2 winners in 10 years is not bad, and Godolphin has been placed on a number of occasions. Marmul, tell us about him. How does German Group 1 form stack up to Flemington on Cup Day?
Well, putting it in Australian terms, German Group 1 would be a bit like Adelaide or Brisbane Group 1s as compared to Sydney and Melbourne. It's just that cut below the normal Group 1 standard. But this is a class horse. He's won at Royal Ascot, and he's all right. Now, here's the horse who's been making the headlines for all the wrong reasons, Holy Orders. He's cantankerous, he's strong-willed, and I don't think he likes Sandown at all. You can see there he was...
The boys from William Hills were telling me that his trainer, Willie Mullins, is as smart a man as Dermot Weld when it comes to landing a coup.
Well, he can be, and of course, he runs jumpers as well, and that's where his most success is. Here's Henry on the right, and Jardines on the left. Jardines Lookout. If he was at his very best, if he put his best foot forward, he could run a place. Jardines Lookout. I just worry about the distance, whether it'll be too far for him.
I don't want to spoil a good story, but is he as famous back home as he is over here?
Doesn't get a line. He's not in the papers at all. We don't even know he exists. It's only when he comes out here. We think he stays here.
That little Welsh pony, bless his heart. Tell us about Mill Street, who's Marmul's stablemate, and Hugs Dancer, who we saw at Caulfield.
Well, Mill Street, I like him a bit. I think the 23, strangely enough, is going to be an advantage, because it means that Patrick Payne has to commit him. He's going to come over, he's going to lead, and if he's left alone in front, he'll be boxing on well. Hugs Dancer, I think, good handicap form, good tough horse. I'm just worried about his class.
Are the jockeys good enough?
Yeah, of course they are.
Good on you. Terrific, Jim. Have a great call.
Thank you.
Terrific to see you here. Jim McGrath, who had so much to do with the international horses coming out. It was his idea in April of 1993 to go and get them. And history has proven that was a very, very good idea. What's happening? Race number 3 on the tote, the Liberty Financial Plate. Well, Ken Go Ziggy's $8.20, so she certainly held her price here. Bellavici $14.50. You can see the difference around Australia, out to $20 in the Unitab. Genio's in the market, $12.40. Homecoming Queen, a bit easy at $13.30. So we go over the page. Tenacious Spirit just getting out a bit to $3.90, but probably still a bit unders. Zoilus at $14, and over the page, this horse last year in news. Well, let's come right into $9.10.
Yeah, it was overs early. The advantage of the top weight goes Ziggy, Bruce. I think she's got a bit of weight, but she's earned it. She's probably raced better fields than this.
So a few tips going around here. We're going to concentrate on the favourites in the mounting yard with the big field, and we'll go Ziggy. You talked about the trainer and how successful he's been and how promising he is. That Gosford run, the Belle of the Turf, is a good field, and the Anks run, I know she was 9th, but the Anks has been a very good guide to races at this carnival for quite a few years.
Yeah, that was a very good field at Gosford. Imperatrix will be down here on either Thursday or Saturday to run into a race. She's won in both Melbourne and Sydney. It's a listed race, and it's a stronger field than this. Also, Gosford's a turning track. This mare's better suited at Randwick or Flemington.
Beedman to ride. Now, Brett Preble, who rode the first winner, getting it on protest rides, are Genio, number 5. Lee Friedman, his horses, one of his 2s out of the cup, obviously the favourite. Dipper and Jason Dunstall, part owners of a Genio. His form's pretty good.
Yeah, its form is good, and it finished second to Tenacious Spirit last start, and Tenacious Spirit's the favourite. But if you note carefully, it's drawn barrier 19, and from this start, by golly, she's going to need a bit of luck.
Let's go down to 10, who's the favourite, Tenacious Spirit. She's flying, Ken, has won 3 of her last 4 at Caulfield and a couple at Ballarat. It's her first try at the distance. Damien Oliver stays on.
Yeah, I don't think the distance will worry her. The 16 Ellie's a little bit of a problem. This mare's just kept getting a little bit better with each run. Her last win was restricted to horses that had won no more than 1 race in the metropolitan area, and like a horse called Go Ziggy's won about 6 in the metropolitan area. But to counteract that, she's got a weight pull, and she's an improver, and she's just a 4-year-old. She's a young mare on the up.
Babe Zaharias. Now, Max Hinton, the trainer, has won this race a couple in the last 3 years, so the stable knows how to win this event on Cup Day. Won at Flemington over 2,000 in May, so the 1,700 will be just right for her at this stage of her preparation.
Yeah, the 1,700 won't hurt her, and if you look at the replay of the last run at Caulfield behind Sweet Corn, she did get a bit of interference. The jockey had to move her. Glenn Boss rode her. He's riding her again today. He had to keep looking for a run in the straight and easing her back across horses. It was a little bit better run than it looked, and I love the name, Bruce.
Yeah, me too. And 17 last, Sirenu. Well, we've talked a bit about this. Beaten under 5 lengths by Infinite Grace in the Tristarc. That's a lot better company than this. Ran in the Australasian Oaks as a 3-year-old filly and is a Flemington winner, so she's got a bit going for her.
She has, if she has the luck, well, she should have luck from 4 Alley. I think she's got a great chance. She'd be my second tip, and the distance really looks like it's right up her alley.
What a day for Lee Freedman, Ken, coming into this race with all the things that have gone on. Well, he's got one of the fancied horses in this event, and he's with Peter Donegan.
Lee, you must be crestfallen arriving at Flemington today.
Well, I am a bit. You know, he's a very, very good horse, as he showed in the Caulfield Cup. Obviously, what's transpired overnight when he's got really crook, I'd say there's a very good chance that was starting to brew up on Saturday. He ran below par, and I believe, you know, that Danny could feel that in the horse. So, anyway, I'm a lot happier that he's at home resting and not here and risking serious injury. You know?
How crook is he?
Oh, pretty crook. He's got a pretty high temperature and he's got a pretty nasty discharge out of his nose and a few lung sounds. So he's got a pretty nasty bug, and it'll take a week or so to get that cleared up.
You've experienced the highs and lows of Melbourne Cups over the years.
I have, yeah. Oh, you just got to take the rough with the smooth, don't you?
Thanks for your time, mate.
Okay.
Lee Freedman there, putting on a good face. He's won 3 cups, but he might have thought a 4th today. He has turmeric, Liberty Financial Plate. The runner's on their way to the post.
It's up to you to decide who should be the L'Oreal Paris face that stops the nation. Just by voting, you could be on your way to the home of L'Oreal, Paris. If you think it should be Emma, call 1902 555 221 or SMS Emma to the number on your screen. For Hayley, call 1902 555 222 or SMS Hayley. To vote for Sarah, call 1902 555 223 or SMS Sarah. For Cassie, call 1902 555 224 or SMS Cassie. Finally, to vote for Alicia, call 1902 555 225 or SMS Alicia. Call or SMS as many times as you like for your chance for that trip for 2 to Paris. The winner, as voted by you, will be announced on Crown Oaks Day. Who will be the L'Oreal Paris face that stops the nation? Let's talk more action!
For the 1700 here, and Tenacious Spirit, the favourite earlier, certainly on the tote, but some good money. And Pat, has there been a move for anything late in this race?
Bruce, it's been one of the better goes of the carnival, La Sura News, in about 4 or 5 points. You're shopping way unders for the favourite. It's dropped, it's gone out a couple of points, Tenacious Spirit, but La Sura News is the one they've come for. Zoilus has been solid at a touch over double each way odds. So too the top weight, Go Ziggy. And Jason's horse out a point or 2, but La Sura News has been a very, very solid go here in the ring.
Zach Purton, we notice off Zoilus there, John Letts, who's behind the barrier with Banjo.
I was just saying to Stephen King, I said, when they let the barrier go, don't go with that blanket on, because it's got the barrier blanket on, Bruce. Actually, La Sura News looks very settled. Gee, these horses accept this blanket very, very well. She came around with the clerk of the course, and actually when she got here, she was, you know, just a little bit sweaty, but they put the barrier blanket on her, and she's just gone the other way. She's quiet down altogether. So, well, it works, doesn't it?
No doubt about that.